Hi, I'm Carolyn Clark. Welcome to this self-care moment. I want to start, first of all, with a quotation I love to use actually in my counseling work and workshops. And it goes, if you think the way you've always thought, you'll feel the way you've always felt. And if you feel the way you've always felt, you'll do what you've always done. And if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you always got. Oh my goodness. I want to propose that this is the biggest muscle that we have. This brain, this thinking power, in all its magnificent ways and in its limiting ways, is a determining factor to how we're going to not only experience ourselves, feel within ourselves, how we're going to be in our physical bodies, but it's going to determine even the choices that we make, and then even the actions that we take. What we do in here really, really matters. So when you notice yourself looping, ruminating on stuff like a hamster on a wheel in that brain of yours, or in the middle of the night your mind is on the list, is that helpful? Of course it's not. And, don't we wish we had an internal kind of on-off switch where we could just go flick and we could just instantly turn that mind chatter off. It isn't that simple, but there are easy, powerful ways to interrupt it. And of course, it starts with awareness. First awareness, like, holy smokes, where I am in my head right now is, this is what I'm doing right now. I am like, I'm just like on a dog on a bone on this issue, whirling on it, and I'm not letting it go. And that is actually really unhealthy. Now, I'm not talking about, when you're, say, creatively brainstorming, creatively thinking on, inviting imagination. That's a whole other thing. I'm talking about that part of yourself that gets lost uncompanioned from your personal power. And that busy mind of yours just goes free rein and does what it does so well sometimes. It just goes, just on this treadmill of not healthiness. What that does, by the way, is what we do in here physiologically, then it literally sends all the chemicals, the hormones from our brains literally flooding into our bodies, arming up our muscles, arming up our bodies in a fight, flight, flee kind of way. It arms our nervous system to be ready for the proposed war that our brains can sometimes imagine we're in. Well, it's really important to be savvy and aware that what you are doing in here is either helping you or hindering you. And like I said, it starts with awareness. Wow, look at me go. And I want to just invite you in this moment to, if you notice yourself there, please only extend some compassion to yourself. It will not help you if you just ream yourself out and judge yourself. That just adds a whole extra layer of complexity that actually keeps you stuck in that cycle. So in that moment that you notice yourself whirling, or just you're just in a perpetual upset, stop and maybe just extend some kindness to yourself. Wow, oh my goodness, wow, I'm really upset right now. Whew, I'm not at my best. What could I do? Here's part 2. What could I do to interrupt this that would help me in this moment? Well, oh my goodness, just that invitation alone invites you then to implement. Reach into that toolkit that's I like to see it like a carpenter's toolkit on the hip. Reach into that toolkit of possibilities, and what can you offer yourself in that moment to just interrupt the spell? And it is like a spell, it's like so a few quick ideas. Goodness, get up out of your chair and maybe just shake off a bit of the energy. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, sweep it off, sweep it off. I do this with my clients. It's important. Okay, there's one thing you can do. Get up, walk outside on your porch, if you've got a porch, or step outside for a moment. 2 minutes, even 2 minutes. If you're at work and you're having an upset few minutes, you can be sure you're not going to be productive in your work. So take a 2-minute break, even if it's to the bathroom, and put yourself in a bathroom stall, or ideally you can step outside and offer yourself a few deep breaths. Look up, look around. Notice what you notice. Use your 5 senses to call yourself home. Yeah, offer yourself a shift. Interrupt that busy brain by literally calling yourself home into your physical body. Put your feet flat on the floor, or maybe barefoot in the grass, and just connect with Earth. These are little ways to interrupt where you hang out in negative ways here, okay? Little ideas. So that when afterwards you've given yourself a few moments, a few minutes to just break that spell of unhealthy kind of mental looping, you can then realize, oh, okay, yeah, that's better. I'm back inside myself in this moment. So I almost liken it to just calling yourself home, and being more personally empowered. You could put your hands, right at the core of your being, or the center of your being, where personal empowerment resides. Or you could put your hand on your heart and just care for yourself a little bit. And just promise to do this as many times as you need to. And it's almost like that little practice again and again and again grows that muscle of hanging out in healthier places in your mind, hanging out in healthier places in your body. It strengthens being personally empowered. So those times of being really unruly in your mind, upset in your nervous system, become less and less and less. You become the maker of your own personal experience. And it's really simple, even through simple little grounding practices. And of course, oh my goodness, even a few minutes doing a round of EFT tapping, that's huge. So there you go, another little personal empowerment, self-care moment, okay? You got this. Where you hang out in your head really matters. It then determines the energy you take out into the world, the person you choose to be, the choices you make, and the action you take, more in alignment